Hello. I'd like to welcome you to my lion cage. Personally, I would like it if it was about 6.5 times bigger. If I was a lion at a zoo, like the GuZoo, I would say that if there was a law like the Alberta Zoo standards that said lions should have a enclosure of 10,000 square feet, and I was in an enclosure about 1,500 square feet, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably go, "Rawr!" I don't know, man. Like, what are you gonna do? Just suffer, I guess. I'm gonna show you how this thing works. It's kind of a pain in the butt. This is it. This is a lion's life at the GuZoo. Pacing, lots of pacing. I believe the Alberta government is concerned with this. If an Alberta zoo had a cage 6.5 times too small for one lion, and the GuZoo puts 3 lions in that cage, I'm pretty sure the Alberta government will do something about that. The strange thing is the Alberta government no longer allows people to ask them questions about the GuZoo. We have an animal welfare department, Alberta Agriculture and Rural Development. They hire the SPCA to do jobs, however they don't really let the SPCA do their job. Alberta Rural Agriculture and Development, Agriculture is afraid that if they enforce zoo standards, they might have to enforce farm animal codes of practice, best codes of practice for farm animals. That'd be great. Hey. So where were we? Oh yeah, we're discussing how small this is. I really wish it was 6.5 times bigger. I kind of feel like a lion. A lion at the GuZoo in a cage 6.5 times too small. Yeah. The Alberta government refuses to allow people to talk to them now about the GuZoo. One should be afraid of a government which is afraid to answer questions. One should be very afraid of an Alberta government that refuses to address basic welfare concerns of animals. I can understand in a culture based on meat consumption the need to ignore animal welfare in farms. However, I cannot understand when we have regulations to govern zoo management, why a government would refuse to discuss and enforce or even inspect for compliance with animal welfare at zoos. This is ridiculous. Standing in a cage 13.5 times if there's 2, 6.5 times if there's 1 lion at the GuZoo. The reality is, that's just not... Oh, Freedom. You silly poopers. Freedom's wondering what the fuck I'm doing in a cage. I don't know. See, isn't this strange, eh? Even a dog looking at a human in a cage, too small, knows. That's wrong. Anybody who goes to the GuZoo knows. Those lions are in a cage that is too small. It's obvious. They are under distress due to their environment. They have no enrichment, no adequate shelter, no rocks to climb, no trees to climb, no room to run. They're just in a pit with fencing around it and a doghouse in the middle. You can't even call it a den, it's a doghouse. I built a better doghouse in my sleep. So here we are, nothing to do but pace. just like a lion at the GuZoo. I hope the Alberta government will do the right thing and enforce our zoo standards. So we're running out of options. When the government tells you they will no longer speak about zoo standards, I gotta wonder why I pay taxes. When the government inspects the zoo, they're supposed to go in there and look at whether or not the animals are in shelters which are described in the American Association for Zoos Animal Care Manuals. It says right in the Alberta Zoo Standards that exhibits and enclosures for animals at zoos need to be such and such. Such and such is not occurring. What are we supposed to do? Protest? Liberate the animals? Firebomb the zoo? What are we supposed to do? We can't even write emails to the Alberta Agriculture anymore. There's something gravely wrong with this government. And I hope, because I believe the people in the government are well intentioned, that government will, from the inside out, change. I can't change the government. I can't change the zoo. I have children, dogs. I'm not going to firebomb the zoo. It's the zoo that needs to be changed by the government. Nothing else. Neglect at the zoo is caused by neglect of the government to enforce the Alberta Zoo standards. The Alberta government is responsible for torture, neglect, and death at the GuZoo. Now, I'm going to show you how this thing comes together and comes apart. It's pretty simple. If only a lion could do this. Oh no, maybe it's not so simple.